Hello, what's up everybody? How is it going? Welcome to another video of tutorial series Learning Codeigniter from Scratch. I'm your host Anwar Ali and I'm here today with a new topic, and the topic is working with URI segments. It might not seem such an important topic to discuss, but you will see that we can work with URI segment for many purposes. And one of its use, I will show it right now. You can see that I have three different navigation in my menu items over here, and if I click on news, you will see that my dashboard icon, that dashboard menu, is still active. You can see news and profile is grayed out and this is dark black. You can see that, but actually in real time what we want is, whenever we click on news, I want dashboard to gray out and news to be black and active. So we can use URI segment in such cases in order to make our menu item active. So one of the use of URI segment could be grabbing the segment in our URL. So if you see the segment news here is the second segment. So after our base URL, our first segment is admin and my second segment is news. So what I can do is I can grab my second URI segment and compare that if it is dashboard, if the second URI segment is dashboard, I want to make dashboard active, and if my URI segment is news in the second place, I want to make news active. Even in the case when I want to add new news, still my second URI segment is news. Also, even if I want to edit my news item, still my second URI segment is news. So what I can do is I can grab my second URI segment in this case and check to see if the URI segment is dashboard or news, and accordingly I can make my navigation active. So let's see how we can achieve that. Let me quickly open my Sublime Text and grab my CI folder to my Sublime Text. www.ci, it's here, grab it. Now in order to work with the header, I would like to open my views and admin. Inside admin I have my header.php. I want to open that, and you can see that my navigation is right over here. So there is a very easy way in order to grab the URI segment in Codeigniter. So if you see, I can just grab my URI segment in my header file by, let's say, let us just create a variable and name it as $URI. And in order to grab the second URI segment, what I can do is I can just say $this URI segment, and I want second URI segment, so I can just say 2 over here. So by doing this, I have already grabbed my second URI segment and placed it inside URI. Let's try to see if it works. So echo $URI. Let's see what we got. You can see the news is here now. So this is my second URI segment that I just echoed. Right? So in case of dashboard, let's just demonstrate. When we will click on dashboard, now our second URI segment is dashboard, and whenever we click on news, now our second URI segment is news. So what we can do is we can check if my URI segment is dashboard or news and make my item active accordingly. So in this case, my dashboard is active. Let me just refresh this, save this, and refresh this again. So right now my dashboard is active because in the dashboard, in the anchor of dashboard, the parent list, it has a class called active, and the news does not have class called active. That is why dashboard is being active right now. So what we can do is we can place active in those lists whose second URI segment is, if the second URI segment dashboard, I can place the active here, and if my second URI segment is news, I can place my active over here. So what I can do here is I can just place a condition called php if $URI is equal to dashboard. Only in that case I want a class called active over here, right? So I'm placing this active in between the if. Okay, so let's see, I'm inside dashboard. In that case this is active right now, but when I'm inside news it has now been grayed out. So it seems that it is working. Similarly, I would like to copy this along with the space in over here up to here. So I copied the space till php close. I'm just placing it in this list now. Okay, so in this case my URI segment should be news, not dashboard. Let us click on dashboard. You can see that dashboard is active right now, and whenever we click on news we can see now my news is active. So this was an easy way to grab a URI segment and check it against the and the placeholder of the news, navigation, and compare it if my second URI segment is dashboard or news, and display my active URI segment accordingly. Similarly, in future whenever we work on profile, maybe settings, maybe we want to make our profile active, and similarly if we have multiple navigations in our panel, we can make our navigation list active accordingly. See, this was the one of the let's say use of the URI segment, one of the most commonly used use of URI segment in our Codeigniter. Similarly, URI segment can also be used in any cases we want. We can grab the URI segment inside our view, inside our controller, inside our view model, any way we want, and use it accordingly. Okay. And it's not that we can only grab the second URI segment, we can also grab the first URI segment. In this case our first URI segment is admin, and we can also grab third, fourth, fifth URI segment as per we wish. And similarly, the another thing that we can do with URI segment is whenever we click on edit, we can see that we have a fourth URI segment called edit, and we can grab the ID that we want by just grabbing the URI segment. Instead of passing it from controller to the view, we can just use the URI segment and say like ID equals to, and so this ID is in first, second, third, fourth URI segment. So what we can do is we can say ID equals to this URI segment 4. So another use, we can grab any value that is being passed through URL by calling the function of URI segment and grabbing the value. Otherwise what we would have to do is we would have to grab this in the controller and pass it in the view in the form of array, and then we could have used the ID. But by using URI segment, we can just say this URI segment 4 in order to grab the ID. So there could be many purpose of URI segment, and by using URI segment we can make our task much more easier. So I hope the video was useful for you, and I don't want to make it too much long. So from tomorrow maybe we can discuss on the front end part. Now once we have added our news, how can we use it in the front end in order to list the image. We could also work on image upload in future classes, and how to list the news in the front end, how to make the detail page, everything else we can start working on it from tomorrow. So this was it for today. I hope you liked the video, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the new video. Till then, have a nice time, have a nice day. Goodbye.